So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about Colorado's game against Colorado State on Saturday, and here are kind of my thoughts. To all the people out there, I put a social media clip that basically said, Colorado is not as good as you think they are. They're better than I thought they were, but this is a slow cook. There's a lot of new transfers from this team, and it's really hard to turn your entire program around in 1 year. We saw it with USC last year in Lincoln Riley, bringing a ton of guys from the transfer portal, but still, it's an anomaly. It's incredibly hard to do. And we saw that with Colorado, right? They were able to turn their whole franchise around a little bit. I should say organization. We're not talking about a professional team here. But Colorado, we saw it on Saturday. Colorado got a little bit exposed by Colorado State. Colorado State is not a good team. They're winless. And they took Colorado down to the wire. You can use the terms rivalry game all you want. Both teams were kind of spitting back and forth. Deion was saying it's personal, selling sunglasses. A little too showmanship for me. Maybe focus on the game at hand, but neither here nor there. I do like Deion, so whatever. That's part of his brand. He's a showman. What I like about him is he's authentic. We saw Jay Norvell go after Deion about his mannerisms. Very stupid childhood stuff that just, it's like, it was all very preschool for me. It was stupid, touch and go, but whatever you need to do to be able to get your team ready for the game, both coaches did. Colorado State's game plan was not sophisticated. This wasn't some Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel level offense. There's nothing but motions. We're disguising our looks. No. They basically ran drag routes underneath crosser routes the entire game, and Colorado couldn't stop it. Colorado's offensive line is not great. Colorado's defensive line, again, is not great. They got a guy in Torrey Horton who I had never heard of until this game on Colorado State, and made him look like a all-pro NFL player. 16 receptions, 133 yards, a touchdown. Saw Louis Brown as well. 10 receptions, 131 yards, and a touchdown. One long catch for 46 yards. It didn't look great for Colorado. Their defense is suspect, and it's missing Travis Hunter. Although, we thought, you're playing him a lot. This is a guy that could get hurt. God forbid he does. Travis Hunter goes down now. And now you see what Colorado mostly is. A talented team, but not that talented to be able to compete for a Pac-12 championship. And Colorado is not going to compete for a Pac-12 championship. Colorado is going to go into Eugene in Oregon this week, and they're probably going to lose. I mean, it just doesn't look great for the chances of Colorado this week. And then they're going to go and play USC at home, and they're probably going to get steamrolled. This doesn't mean Colorado is a bad team. But Colorado is going to go 0-2 in their next two games against Oregon and Bo Nix and the quarterback and Caleb Williams, the suspect to the number 1 overall pick, and they're going to roll all over Colorado. And it's not going to be pretty. And people are going to call for Deion Sanders and say, "See, look, didn't know how to coach. This is Deion," and this was my whole point the entire time. Deion Sanders is a good coach. He's a good recruiter. He's a good motivator, and he's amazing for college football. This is what Deion Sanders does best. He's going to coach your team. He's going to motivate them, and he's going to recruit like hell. But it's going to take some time. Probably another year, be even better next year, but we'll see where they're at then. But right now, Colorado, they're not made to compete. And I'm trying to warn you, when Colorado loses their next two games to Oregon and to USC, your expectations are going to be way too high. Let them come back down to earth a little bit. Let them grind in silence. This was a good win. It was incredible theater, Colorado and Colorado State. But give Deion Sanders and Colorado more time. It is not fair to Deion Sanders to expect a Pac-12 championship. What's fair at this point, because expectations change even for me, 7 to 8 wins for Colorado, 8 to 9, somewhere between that 7 to 8 to 9 mark. I'd probably lean more to 7 wins than I do to 9 wins, but some people are more overly optimistic than I am. But it's not fair to expect more from Deion Sanders. And do not come for Deion Sanders' head and company in Colorado because they lose the next 2 games. Because they're not made to compete this year for a championship, either national or the Pac-12.